Hello, friends! How's it going? Today, get ready to unlock the secrets of effective communication as we embark on this journey together. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. Parmis, how's it going? How are you today?
Thanks for asking. I'm feeling energized and ready to dive into our conversation about communication skills. It's always exciting to explore ways to improve and enhance how we connect with others. Let's go.
What's one communication skill you wish you were better at?
One communication skill I wish I were better at is active listening. It's not just about hearing what someone says, but truly understanding their perspective. For example, during class discussions, I sometimes catch myself mentally preparing my next point rather than fully engaging with my classmates' contributions, which can hinder my ability to grasp complex topics and perspectives.
And have you ever had any situations when uh, you try to be an active listener, but you ask, I don't know, your friend a question and they answered, and you were thinking about something else, and you're like, oh, oops, I didn't catch it. So, what did you do if you had any situations?
Yeah. Well, as an overthinker, of course, it happens to me hundred of times. But when it happens, I will usually, um, apology for that. But and
Do you say like sorry, I was thinking, I wasn't listening, so you'll say sorry, apologize, or what do you think about asking a question like, oh, can you say it again, or something like that, so they will not notice that you didn't
yeah,
listen to them, or you just tell them sorry, so I wasn't listening.
yeah, I will say sorry. I didn't catch it. I'm an overthinker, so maybe I didn't notice that clearly. So can you repeat it again? And that's it. Apology for that.
Yeah, you're honest. At least you're honest. Yes.
What do you think makes communication really good?
I think that good communication is all about being clear, empathetic, and really listening. And when we ask questions and we are really engaged and we are really in the present listening to them, and they will see, wow, they are listening, and so they will feel better. It's not like, they are talking to you and you're like, yeah, 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 I'm listening, but you don't listen to them. So, and also being respectful, listening, asking questions, be engaged.
Yeah, like as I said, active listening. It's like when you're talking to someone and you can tell they're really tuned in to what you're saying and they respond with understanding and respect. That's when you know it's a great conversation.
From texting to talking, how do you think technology has affected our communication skills? Let's discuss how we can adapt and thrive.
Well, technology has significantly impacted our communication skills by altering the way we interact and express ourselves. For instance, in real life, someone might struggle to maintain eye contact or engage in a small talk during a job interview because they're more accustomed to communicating through text or social media platforms, where such cues are not necessary. So, yes, I can say that technology has affected our communication skills in a good way. Like for introverts, it's the best way to stay at home and communicate through text or calls.
For you, what is better, like texting or talking?
It depends on that person and their personality. From those who are introverts, they really want to stay at home, don't really interact with others face to face. So for them, technology and social media platforms is really good, and help them to not really interact with others face to face, and it's better. But for extroverts, well, they really want to go out, hang out with their friends, and do their things, do their stuff in person. So it really depends on that person and their personality.
So as we talked, we have to be fully present. Look people in the eye, keep eye contact, ask questions, and repeat back what they say. And it shows you are interested and paying attention. So I think that eye contact is everything. Their eyes will tell you about like what is happening, what they're thinking about. Are they sad, depressed, happy, surprised, everything. Maybe they are confused when you're talking to them and they're like, what? Ask questions, because when you ask questions, your partner will see that you are engaged or interested, they are interesting to you. And what I recommend is like icebreakers, conversation starters. Talk about the weather, I don't know, about anything, like how was your trip, like I don't know, anything. How did you like the company? When you ask one question, you can, if you pay attention to what they wear, to I don't know, maybe they'll tell you, I don't know. If you ask them, what is your hobby? I like reading, listening music, watching TV. So active listening, you get some more information. Reading? OMG, I also like reading. What's your favorite book? Movie? So what's your favorite movie? And you can ask again and again, like lots of different questions. If you want to be an amazing speaker, you have to be an amazing listener. But if you listen, some people, they simply want to speak up and they need someone to listen to them. So simply, if you want to be good at communication, speaking, so listen to people. When it comes to communication, practice makes perfect. But what does effective practice look like? Let's break it down.
Well, I think that effective practice in communication involves a combination of deliberate effort and reflection. It's about actively seeking out opportunities to communicate in different contexts, whether it's in group discussions, presentations, or one-on-one conversations. One way to practice effectively is through role-playing scenarios relevant to your personal or professional life. This could involve simulating a difficult conversation with a colleague or rehearsing a presentation in front of a mirror. By actively engaging in these scenarios, you can identify areas for improvement and experiment with different communication techniques. It's the best way to practice. Okay, then. I've heard that eye contact is super important in conversations. What's your take on that?
Recently, I talked about eye contact with my student. They never look in the eye, never. And I said that, like, do you have to look to the floor? Yes. So for some cultures, it's fine not to keep eye contact. But in general, I think that we have to keep eye contact, not all the time.
Yeah, I think that eye contact can be a game changer in conversations. It shows that you're fully focused and engaged, which helps build trust and connection. In therapists usually do that. Because when you just have a good eye contact with the patient, you can help them build trust and connection between the therapist and the patient. And it's important to be mindful of cultural differences and individual preferences. As you said, in some cultures, in some countries, maybe it's not really common to, just making an eye contact. But in general, little eye contact goes a long way.
Hey, Parmis and everyone, I think that we have to take a break. Okay, we are back. How do you handle misunderstandings in conversations? Let's brainstorm some strategies for clear communication.
Well, when there's a misunderstanding, I usually try to listen carefully and then gently clarify my perspective. Once, while discussing dinner plans with a friend, we both thought the other wanted sushi. When one of us was craving pizza, we ended up with a hilarious mix up at the restaurant, but we laughed it off and enjoyed our unexpected meal together. So, as we can say, active listening matters, but sometimes it might happen.
So you can ask questions again to avoid misunderstandings. So I ask questions. If I got it right, you said right? So you can repeat it again. They'll say, yes, that's what I said. And you will avoid misunderstandings. Or like active listening. Ask questions. Can you repeat it again? I didn't catch the last word. That's fine to ask questions.
I think that talking to different kinds of people can be tricky. So, do you have any advice on how to handle that?
So talking to all kinds of people, stay adapted and empathetic. Approach every chat with an open mind. So we have to be kind. You have to be kind and we have to be patient. Ask questions and find common ground. If you try to find something in common, if you both like cats or dogs, that is something that will bring you closer. Before, do you like reading? Really? I also like reading. What a coincidence. They look like they'll say, wow. So like we are almost friends. What's your favorite book? And so on. Also, if they have pets, you can talk about pets. Do you like cats or dogs? No, I like spiders. Wow, interesting. And you can talk about spiders. Why not? And pay attention to what they are wearing. Maybe it will give you some clues. Or maybe if you chat online, go to their profile and check out their bio, their self-introduction. Maybe they mentioned that I like dogs, I like cats, I like reading, traveling, listening to music. I have my own podcast. Wow, you have a podcast? About psychology? Yes. How do you know? Because I listen.
Yes, right. I think that trying to see things from their perspective and finding common things between you and others is a good thing to handle the communication conversation, and you can always have a willingness to learn from others. That's how we can handle it.
What is the most challenging conversation you have ever had?
Well, the most challenging conversation I have had was when I had to tell a close friend that I couldn't attend their wedding due to personal reasons. It was tough because I knew how much the wedding meant to them, and I didn't want to let them down or hurt their feelings. I spent a lot of time thinking about how to approach the conversation. I wanted to be honest about my situation without causing unnecessary stress or sadness for my friend. When the time came to talk, I made sure to choose my words carefully and express my regrets sincerely. Despite my apprehension, my friend was incredibly understanding and supportive. They appreciated my honesty and assured me that they understood my circumstances. Through that conversation, uh, one thing I learned from that is the importance of being upfront and transparent, even when it's uncomfortable. It reinforced the value of open communication and strengthened our friendship in the process. So, being honest is really important. And even in tough situations, you can handle everything easily, even communication.
That's amazing. So just be honest, be open-minded, be friendly, and you will handle any awkward conversations.
Well, I think that learning from others, like here I learned this lesson, the importance of being upfront and transparent. So, learning from others sounds like a smart move. How do you go about doing that?
So learning from others, get feedback, watch good communicators, just go online. There's lots of information, lots of interesting videos, and have deep talks as well. see different perspectives, and be open to criticism to get better at talking. Some people are afraid of criticism, like when they are in a group of people and they say, oh, they are talking about me being fat. So you can make a joke, I'm fat, and what? And laugh out loud. It will really help you. Just watch others, the way they speak, try to speak like just like them. If there is a colleague of yours and maybe he speaks so if they speak English fluently, whatever, they feel confident, and you say, oh, they are better than me, or something like that, just watch. Why do you think they are better than you? The way they speak, the way they act, the way they move, and just copy them. Try to copy them, and you'll see that it works.
Yeah, use shadowing. I mean, that you're right. It's all about growth. Like, back then when I was a kid, I was kind of shy to communicate with others, like with my classmates. So I used to go somewhere else. I don't know, in a corner of the class, sitting in the corner of the class, don't see anyone and don't interact with anyone. And when someone's just come and say something like, hello Parmees, how you doing? I was like, please, I can't talk. Don't talk to me.
You were so good at communication.
And I couldn't.
Parmees, how's it going? How are you doing? Please disappear.
Vanish to the thin air. I can't speak. Yeah. I wasn't really good at communicating. And I don't know, maybe I was antisocial. I still am a little bit antisocial. But I was introvert too, and didn't like to communicate.
Didn't like people?
Yeah.
I don't like people.
We can call it antisocial,
Okay.
but anyway.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah. And I was a kid. I just wanted to go home and don't talk to anyone, and yeah, that was it. Even I remember that I didn't ask any questions during the class to my teacher, and I can remember that one time I was saying something, I don't know, like answering a question that our teacher asked, and I was like, yeah, it's and my teacher was like, oh my god, it's Parmees who's
She's here.
Oh my
She's
god,
here.
I can't believe my ears. Am I right? Oh my god, you're talking. And I was like, yes. I was in the middle of my speaking about this questions, and yeah, she was surprised.
Amazing.
But it's all about growth.
I have one more question for you.
Yes, let's go.
If you could give one piece of advice to someone looking to improve their communication skill, what would it be?
Well, my advice as a shy person and couldn't communicate with others is,
You couldn't in the past as a child.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
you're a totally different person.
Yeah, exactly.
When you say like, I don't want to speak, you just disappear, you add please.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
Okay, let's be serious. If you could give one piece of advice to someone looking to improve their communication skills, what would it be?
my advice would be to practice empathy in your communication, and put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to understand their perspective and emotions as psychotherapists do. And this helps build rapport, resolve conflicts, and strengthen relationships. Remember, effective communication isn't just about getting your message across. It's also about connecting with others on a human level. Our last questions for you is going to be this. Well, I've always loved a good story. I really love story and novels, everything. How can telling stories help us communicate better with others? Like a storytelling.
Amazing question. Amazing question. So, stories are magic. They tag at emotions, grab attention, and make things relatable. If you tell stories or jokes, it helps you to grab their attention.
It always make information a stick, you know, like it's communication and its finest. So when you just you know give someone, tell them a good story, it's like you're inviting someone into your world and sharing a piece of yourself with them. And plus, the stories have this amazing ability to evoke emotions, create common grounds, and as I said, make information a stick.
I think that we talked about lots of interesting stuff today, and so far today we have 1 million followers. Thank you guys for following. I'm joking. Thank you so much, everyone, for following us. Don't forget to and tell about us to your neighbors, your friends. See you next time. Bye.
Thanks for joining us today on Chatty Skills. We hope you found our discussion insightful and entertaining. If you want more tips and tricks to improve your communication skills, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. By subscribing, you will stay updated on all our latest episodes and continue on this journey of growth and connection. Until next time, keep practicing those communication skills and make every conversation count.